It's still early. Where to now?
Trailblazers from the astral. A long time no see. You must be here to experience, however, these veteran games. Luckily, I just so happen. Oh yes.
The nature of this memory is special. In my estimation, there is no question about it.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still wake up and
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough.
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, you are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If some, rather than hearing endless explanation.
No! Hey, you can save that for the enemy.
Then on to the next order of...
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Rest. You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. My dear, do you have a I left a puzzle for you, Nero. Don't leave me waiting, my dear.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought such a direct act of provocation is enough to get...
Madam, forgive me. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry, since this...
Oh.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man, Shamari, collapsed on the spot and...
Ooh, that sounds just like Spark.
Who are those two little...
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two...
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle is...
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. They didn't even take the weapon with them.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now?
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him,
Half of Penacony will have been sent...
Looks like we'll have to play this little...
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm the Mr. Cold Feet. What did you...
So they can talk after all.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem.
The Sparkle murder case?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here. And this has...
never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't...
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head. My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided.
So the 3 of them teamed up.
Huh?
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer.
If you can't justify it,
Got it! Those three were all vying against each other to be number two.
that actually doesn't make...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Wax. I've got the case file right here. Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the three sus. Lifton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. Last of all comes Right. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he's...
Hang on, I'm confused here.
What? Where did you get that?
Got it. But it sounds...
Lifton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenant. Then there's Zhongshan. Last of all comes Right. That's all the intel we have on the three.
Look! An ID card.
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape.
Holy...
Miss Sparkle also...
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. Is that all the evidence? Oh, you scared me!
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. But there are still some...
Isn't that a bit...
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant...
Seems quite nice of her.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding... What's this little device here for?
Don't push it, Lady Blackswan. That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle... Miss Sparkle also has her own button.
That sounds like...
Correct.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask?
okay.
Because...
This is...
Yeah.
What's this?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like...
Have you ever heard of something called a rat?
I see.
That's just in case you didn't...
You don't have...
This notice.
That sounded like a story from ancient times.
This is so her stuff. Doesn't look like they're...
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident? I remember this one best. Right.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer?
If you put it like that, then do you... So, who remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured?
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages. That would suggest that Zhongshan...
So, who I remember this one best. Oh, is that so? I feel... So, who Lefton, that...
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn. Lefton's suspicion level...
By process of elimination, it seems that only...
Please begin your investigation.
The murderer.
You have answered correctly.
Huh?
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the...
I have to remind...
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Right now, let's follow her train of...
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
I told you. It's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And, as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess.
There's nobody else at this...
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampa.
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that?
Is there something wrong with the way we are?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff.
Huh. The skit...
Let's discuss this.
Her again?
Oh, for the laughter. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy after a long time. The shopkeeper went in to see what was. There were 3 suspects on the scene. Namely, a Papeshi shopkeeper named Wright, a Voxian gambler named Zhongshan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friend.
It's not just to aid your memory.
Miss Sparkle is so...
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence.
You're too lazy.
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk...
Detective Black Swan, the dossier's over here. Let me introduce the identity. First of all, is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Papeshi people, and only... Next up, you have the merchant, Lefton. He wants to join. Finally, there is the gambler, Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss... That's all the information we have.
That won't be necessary. And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased...
The tag on the tie reads, only for Imperial Master Lefton.
That's not how you use the...
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been
On the title page is written,
This Jian Katong person should...
So,
Miss Sparkle.
she doesn't want to distract our investigation? A little stool that seems quite normal. There are...
The footprints, which are half as big as standard,
Perhaps it's just that this person's... What's that smell?
Mr. Sampo, take a look.
Somebody save...
Even among the fools I know, Miss...
Have you dealt with many...
No, only a handful.
This...
Open it up and take...
There's a...
Because this ring was found inside the...
In the victim's...
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. That should be it. Let's head out.
I have to thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but...
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway...
Oh, for the laughter!
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation.
This guy...
Then go ahead. Who is...
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
What do you mean by that? This evidence...
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought. This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That Zhongshan stormed into the changing room to try and get his ring back, flustering Miss Sparkle. Zhongshan repaid evil with kindness and tried to borrow a tie to help. What a tragedy! If it weren't for...
Is something wrong?
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to. Mr. Assistant Detective.
Ah, I see. Sheriff...
Correct, Detective Sampo.
Sheriff, the murderer is right!
Yes, for the laughter.
Then, right from the start, there was no murder.
Goodness me.
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle.
I take it so seriously. Anyway, since our genius...
So that's it? This is just going to...
Then I wish you both the best. Oh, yes.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now?
Miss Black Swan, Miss...
A murder in a locked room?
As expected.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. The butler, Zhang Shen, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss...
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying.
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but...
Besides us and Zhang Shen, the butler, Lefton the cook, and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle, why don't you skip all this rigmarole?
Wait up!
On it.
No cheating!
Huh.
No!
Let's go.
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up!
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
There's no weird, sweet dream.
Hey! Dear man, I didn't expect you to skip the final... Listen up. What creature...
No murder case this time.
Sometimes it's nice to take things...
Seeing as we're in Penacony, the...
Womp womp. The correct answer is... Sparkle! When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about so naturally. She's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the morning, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that gibber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Recalibrating.
Ill tidings manifest.
Sets in the seas of flame!
Holy smokes! Huh? No voices?
Wait. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle! How is this possible? How can people die?
You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams.
Only the...
Oh, I understand. You refused to let me...
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. There's no need to take such great pain.
Miss...
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as...
This? Don't. If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence.
The hint for the final question was
Oh, you mean the...
all the painstaking effort that the key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One, but based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a lock. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? The answer is simple. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that, and so, when he learned this piece of information, that's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle, which means it's you, Mr. Sampo.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. The truth does not lie.
Exquisite reasoning.
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom. Was not the murderer.
What a pity. Such a pity. My Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle. Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's body...
Why not?
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady. I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and...
Oh?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, if you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather the one who hired you to come to Penacony
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try...
Memo keeper.
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo.
This is Bellabog, right?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights.
What a special dream this is to now. That's the end of Miss Black. I also found this dream, so if we meet again, I will... I noticed that the people in your things in our dreams cannot be trusted.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything. Shouldn't you give my mask back?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? Let me guess.
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense. Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sempo can stand by. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
It's still early. Where to now? Nice. Nice.
Special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream. special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? A special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as... What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside. What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream.